Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. Nandito ako ulit para ihatid ang latest NBA games results today, next game schedule, and the updated NBA regular season team standings as of today, February 5.
In the first of 7 NBA games played today, the Philadelphia 76ers holds off the Dallas Mavericks at home with a 118-116 victory. Si Tyrese Maxey ang nanguna para sa Philadelphia, top scoring the team with 33 points, along with 13 assists, followed by a triple-double game by Joel Embiid, who finished with 29 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists, and Gershon Yabusele added 19 points. For Dallas, Kyrie Irving led the Mavericks in scoring with 34 points, and Najee Marshall 19 points. Hindi pa naglaro ang highly controversial newly recruit ng Dallas na si Anthony Davis due to an abdominal strain injury. In the second game, the New York Knicks wins on the road over the Toronto Raptors, with the final score of 121-115. Jalen Brunson led the New York Knicks in scoring with 28 points, followed by a huge double-double game from Karl Anthony Towns, who finished with 27 points along with 20 rebounds, and Mikal Bridges 17 points. For Toronto, Scotty Barnes led the Raptors in scoring with 23 points, and Jamal Shead added 16 points. Sa pangatlong laro, ang East No. 2 Boston Celtics ay tinalo naman ang East No. 1 Cleveland Cavaliers on the road, with the final score of 112-105. Si Jason Tatum ang nanguna para sa Boston, at nagtala ng 22 puntos kasama 7 assists, habang si Derek White naman ay nag-ambag ng 20 puntos, at Kristaps Porzingis ng 19 na puntos. For Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell led the Cavaliers with 31 points along with 10 rebounds, and Darius Garland contributed 25 points. In game number 4, the Brooklyn Nets scored 6 points in 6 seconds in the endgame to stun the Houston Rockets at home with an epic come-from-behind victory, with the final score of 99-97. Keon Johnson led the Brooklyn Nets in scoring with 22 points, while Nick Claxton and Tosin Ebouomwan both finished the game with 14 points each. For Houston, Alperen Şengün led the Rockets with 24 points to go along with 20 rebounds, and Dillon Brooks added 16 points. In game number 5, the Chicago Bulls outscored the Miami Heat by 18 points in the fourth quarter, as Chicago Bulls wins at home over the Miami Heat, with the final score of 133-124. Josh Giddey led the Chicago Bulls with 24 points along with 7 assists, followed by Matas Buzelis, who also scored 24 points, and Kobe White added 22 points. For Miami, Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro led the Heat in scoring with 23 points each. In game number 6, the Portland Trailblazers gets their 5th win in a row by defeating the Indiana Pacers at home, with the final score of 112-89. Anthony Simmons led the Portland Trailblazers in scoring with 22 points along with 7 assists, followed by Jerami Grant 20 points and Scoot Henderson 17 points. For Indiana, Andrew Nembhard led the Pacers in scoring with 17 points, and Pascal Siakam added 16 points. And in the 7th and final game played today, the new-looked Los Angeles Lakers wins big in the Battle of Los Angeles teams, as the Lakers defeated the Los Angeles Clippers at the Intuit Dome, with the final score of 122-97, where the Lakers' newly recruited Luka Doncic watching in the sidelines. The King and the oldest active player in the NBA today at 40 years of age, LeBron James led the Los Angeles Lakers with 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists, followed by Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves, who both scored 20 points each. For the Los Angeles Clippers, Norman Powell led the Clippers in scoring with 20 points, and Derek Jones added 17 points.
Tara at samahan mo ko tropa at silipin naman natin ang updated NBA team standings as of today, February 5.
In the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers are at number 1, with the best record this season of 40 wins and 10 losses. At number 2 are the Boston Celtics, with 36 wins and 15 losses, and have won 4 consecutive games. At number 3 are the New York Knicks, with 34 victories against 17 defeats, and on a 2-game winning streak. At number 4 are the Indiana Pacers, with 28 wins and 21 defeats. At number 5 are the Milwaukee Bucks with 26 victories and 22 defeats and have lost 4 games in a row. The Detroit Pistons are at the 6th spot with 25 wins and 25 losses. The Miami Heat are at number 7 with 24 victories against 24 defeats. The Orlando Magic are at the 8th spot with 24 wins and 27 defeats and on a 4-game losing streak. The Atlanta Hawks are at number 9 with 23 victories and 27 losses. Completing the East top 10 are the Chicago Bulls with 22 wins and 29 losses. At number 11 are the Philadelphia 76ers with 20 wins and 29 defeats. At number 12 are the Brooklyn Nets with 17 wins and 33 losses and have won 3 straight games. At number 13 are the Toronto Raptors with 16 wins and 34 defeats. At number 14 are the Charlotte Hornets with 12 victories against 35 defeats and on a 5-game losing streak. And at the very bottom of the NBA Eastern Conference team standings are the Washington Wizards with only 8 wins against 41 losses and on a 2-game winning streak. In the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder remains at number 1 with 39 wins against only 9 defeats and have won 2 consecutive games. At number 2 are the Memphis Grizzlies with 34 victories and 16 losses and on a 3-game winning streak. At number 3 are the Houston Rockets with 32 wins and 18 defeats and have lost 4 games in a row. At number 4 are the Denver Nuggets with 31 wins and 19 losses and on a 3-game winning streak. At number 5 are the Los Angeles Lakers with 29 victories against 19 losses and have won 3 straight matches. The Los Angeles Clippers are at the 6th spot with 28 wins and 22 losses and have lost back-to-back games. The Minnesota Timberwolves are at number 7 with 27 wins and 23 defeats and on a 2-game losing streak. The Sacramento Kings are at 8th place with 25 victories and 24 losses. The Phoenix Suns are at the 9th spot with 25 wins and 24 losses and on a 2-game losing streak. Completing the Western Conference top 10 are the Golden State Warriors with 25 victories against 24 defeats. At number 11 are the Dallas Mavericks with 26 wins and 25 losses and on a 3-game losing streak. At number 12 are the San Antonio Spurs with 21 wins and 26 defeats and on a 2-game losing streak. At number 13 are the Portland Trailblazers with 22 victories against 29 losses and currently on a 5-game winning streak. At number 14 are the New Orleans Pelicans with 12 wins against 38 defeats and have lost 6 straight games. And at the very bottom of the NBA Western Conference team standings are the Utah Jazz with just 11 victories against 37 losses. Heto naman mga tropa ang NBA games schedule para bukas, February 6th, 2025. In the first of 11 games scheduled for tomorrow, the Detroit Pistons will be at home as they play against the league-leading Cleveland Cavaliers at the Little Caesars Arena sa ganap na alas 8 ng umaga. Sa pangalawang laro, the Atlanta Hawks will be hosting the visiting San Antonio Spurs at the Farm State Arena sa oras na alas 8 rin ng umaga. Sa pangatlong laro, the Charlotte Hornets will be hosting the Milwaukee Bucks at the Spectrum Center sa ganap na alas 8 ng umaga. Sa pang-apat na laro, the Memphis Grizzlies will visit Canada and will play at the Scotiabank Arena against the Toronto Raptors sa ganap na alas 8:30 ng umaga. Sa panglimang laro, the Philadelphia 76ers will be hosting the visiting Miami Heat at the Wells Fargo Center sa ganap na alas 8:30 din ng umaga. Sa pang-anim na laro, the Brooklyn Nets will try to defend home court at the Barclays Center as they play versus the visiting Washington Wizards at 8:30 in the morning. For game number 7, the Minnesota Timberwolves will be at home at the Target Center as they play versus the visiting Chicago Bulls sa ganap na alas 9 ng umaga. For game number 8, the Golden State Warriors will be on the road as they visit and play against the Utah Jazz at the Delta Center sa ganap na ikasiyam ng umaga. For game number 9, the Denver Nuggets will be at home at the Ball Arena as they host the visiting New Orleans Pelicans at 10 in the morning. For game number 10, the Western Conference number 1 team, Oklahoma City Thunder, will be hosting the Phoenix Suns at the Paycom Center sa ganap na alas 10:30 ng umaga. And for the 11th and final game scheduled para bukas, Maghaharap naman ang Sacramento Kings versus the Orlando Magic sa Golden One Center in Sacramento sa ganap na 11:00 ng umaga. Let's all watch the NBA live games, guys.